Hi and welcome back to another video. So I felt called to talk about this because I've been talking about it in the community a lot on Patreon, and I felt like I wanted to share this on here. And it's really about how you feel when you get into inner union, that inner union space that we feel. And there's a lot of consciousness shifts that you will feel in this process and on this journey as you're going through this journey of really anchoring that inner union, because the union is happening internally, it's not happening externally. And so when we're trying to force this union outside and we haven't actually solidified the union inside, it's not going to work on the outside because it's happening inside. And so what I want to talk about today in this video is really talking about this beautiful energy of inner union, and how when you feel you're in that inner union energy, how you feel truly fulfilled and full on the inside, and you don't need anything anymore from the 3D reality, including your divine counterpart. You're not needing them anymore in your life, or you don't have that needing, you don't have that chasing energy anymore. Because when you come into inner union, when you start to feel that inner union, you start to feel truly fulfilled, and it's that feeling of having it all and needing nothing. And that feeling truly is what inner union is, because you feel so whole inside, so full, and you're not needing anything anymore from the 3D. And so that's when everything starts to come to you from that place of union. And so when we start to embody that energy, which is really the 0 point consciousness, the unity consciousness, this is what you're going to be feeling. This is what inner union feels like. It's that that total detachment from the 3D, not needing anything from the 3D anymore, including your divine counterpart. And that is when you manifest everything from 0 point and actually manifest the union and everything from that place of that total peace and internal union, which you feel, which is so divine, which is so beautiful, which is that place of wholeness, that place of home that is truly internal, that you're stepping into and that you're feeling more and more on this journey. And so we're always seeking something outside of ourselves in 3D. When you're in 3D consciousness, you're always seeking something outside of yourself, whether that's a person, whether that is something outside of yourself that is going to fill all these things. And this is why, the 3D is all about stimulation and wanting, stimulation from different things. And it's very busy, it's very chaotic, it's very dramatic, right? And when we really come into this new consciousness, when we start to embody inner union, we really feel that place of just pure wholeness from the inside. And we don't need all these things outside of ourselves anymore, all these people, all these situations, all these different things. They serve a purpose for our journey. Of course, all of these different things outside of us serve a purpose. But then we get into a place of full inner balance and wholeness where we don't need all of these things outside of us anymore. And so the place that you come to is this perfect balance inside of yourself. And that is when you've integrated fully your divine counterpart, that oneness that you feel. And you also integrate everything, including that full integration with source. And so it's really that inner balance, the inner union, that perfect energy within that's feeling super harmonious inside. And that is when you truly feel whole inside, and you don't feel like you need anything outside of yourself anymore. And so when we seek something outside of ourselves, that is because we still have not integrated that within. We still haven't come into the inner union. We still haven't anchored that energy. And so this journey is a process of coming to that place of truly embodying this place of really wholeness and inner union from inside, that unity place where you're not seeking anymore anything external outside of yourself anymore. And so when we're chasing, when we're still attached to the 3D person, that is a sign that you're still needing to integrate and still needing to do the polarity work and really coming to inner union. Because when you start to feel inner union, you really feel that place of oneness, that you already have it inside. And that is the place that we're coming back to. You have everything that you want, right? That's the place. And so it's not about this place of lack and seeking and void, because your divine counterpart isn't there to fill any void. They can't do that. It's not a soulmate connection where they fill all your voids. They can't fill all your voids. And the more you try to make them fill all your voids and, make them come to you and all of that, and try to change the dynamic, try to change the energies, it's only going to push them way more. And the work is really about doing the internal work to realign the energies. So it's the inner union that we're cultivating internally, which is really the balancing of these two energies, and for them to come into the oneness, into the wholeness, and for them to come into one again. So this is the balancing that we're going through in this journey. And so it's not like you are going to instantly come into that energy. I talk about this on Patreon, and I've talked about this before, where you're gradually stabilizing in that energy. So it's a balancing act. It's a stabilization into that union point. And so what you're doing is you're gradually integrating more and more with your counterpart and really becoming one again. And so that's when you come into union. That's when you're feeling that wholeness, that balance, and like you have everything inside of you already. And that feeling, that true feeling of, having it all and not needing anything outside of yourself anymore. And so that's really the place we're coming back to, because when you're seeking things outside of yourself, which is, really the 3D consciousness, that is when you're still in that lack and that duality. And that is when you're still needing to do the integration, and you're still needing to heal your inner polarity so that they can come into that perfect inner balance, and so that you can come back home. And that is really, the place that we're coming back to, is we're really going back home into your original soul blueprint, which is that perfect inner union that you are already, because you are that union. You are that perfect energy of love, of true ecstasy and wholeness and balance. That's how you are when you are in the higher realms. It's only when you split up in the 3D, the work is really coming back to that beautiful place of wholeness and balance and embodying that in the 3D reality. And so that's what we're coming back to. And we're really on this journey. You have to understand that it's not a soulmate connection where you are filling your void and you're filling each other's voids. And, you are trying to fill those empty spots, or, places that you feel that you're lacking and they can fill you. That's a soulmate connection. And so in this journey, you're really coming back into wholeness, into balance, and you're doing that inner work to come into inner union, inner balance, which is, balancing these two energies in your own chakra system, in your own body, in the chakras, and aligning those two energies, merging them back into one. And coming into the 0 point, coming into the perfect alchemical marriage, which happens in the higher heart chakra. And so this beautiful union, this is really what's happening inside, and what's really building inside of you on this journey to union. This is what's really happening inside, where you fully detach from the 3D circumstance or the 3D scenario, because you feel like you have it already within you. You come to this place where you feel like you already have it all. And that's what you feel inside of you. You already feel that. And that's what manifests outside of you, because everything you feel inside manifests outside. So this is the journey, is about really detaching from the 3D and needing anything from the 3D anymore. And so this is how the journey plays out, and why the divine masculine or your counterpart cannot fill your voids, because they're not meant to do that. You're meant to integrate more with their energy, integrate more with them, come into the perfect inner balance. And that's the journey. And they're just going to mirror to you what are your voids, what you still have not integrated. They're always going to be that mirror. So that is what we're doing on this journey. We're really detaching from all these things outside of ourselves that we really need, that we feel like are lacking, that feel like are voids within us. So we're trying to get that from the external. But when you come into the inner union, you feel like you have no more voids. You feel like you are whole, you're home, you're one. And it's that beautiful state of being that you experience. And so that's the state of being that we're coming back to. So this is what my message is today, and what I wanted to explain of how this beautiful inner union is really happening inside of you, and how we're coming back to this beautiful place of not needing anything outside of ourselves anymore, including the divine counterpart, which you fully integrate back with on the energetic level. So you feel like you already have them, or they are already there within you. They already are, within you, and that you're already together in the physical, because it's going to feel like that perfect marriage, that perfect harmonious relationship. Everything is going to feel like that balanced energy, and that's going to happen within you first. That's what's happening within you, what you're feeling, what you're stepping back into, and that's what's going to manifest externally. So this is what we're really coming back to, okay? So it's that perfect inner marriage, that perfect inner union, that home frequency where you feel like you have it all already. And it's such a beautiful feeling to experience. And this is what you're going to experience on this journey, what you're stepping back into. So that is what I wanted to just talk about today, and really make you understand that we're coming back to this beautiful union place and detaching from the 3D. And so this is a journey, this is a process, and eventually this is where you're coming to. And it's a beautiful space to be. I send you lots of love, and I'll speak to you in the next video.